Welcome back to the Artefactors Union. I'm your host and foreman, Douglas Scoundrels. Today we are assembling the Blood in the Water box for the Neverborn faction, the now brewed keyword, so ignore the word Nephilim because we are in 4th edition. Box contains only 2 miniatures. These are the Abyssal Reavers. They are proxies, or I guess full stand-ins for mature Nephilim. For the, Gibbering Hordes alternate nightmare models. For, I think, 2021 was the Nightmare set here. So this is the artwork for our 2 big, chunky fish boys. And our renders on the back. Big, chunky fish boys. Fish lady. Alright. That's the box. Let's look at the sprues. Here is the sprue. It's cut in half, but this is what it looks like if it wasn't cut in half. Sadly, our lone bit here goes with the rest of the second model. And so we'll ignore it as we assemble the first one. This is Model 1, and that is Abyssal Reaver A in our instructions, which we're going to go ahead and look at now, and then we'll go over the assembly order. Okay, for this guy, we're going to grab the main body, and then we'll start building the tail with B4 and finish the tail with B2. Then we'll add the sort of dorsal fin effect thing, B7, onto his lower tail back thing. Then these fins on the lower back, followed by the dorsal fin on his back and head. And then we can finish with the left arm and then the right arm. So let's grab B1, followed by B4 and B2. Okay, got B1. Let's add B4 right on the end of his tail, right there. Okay, now we're just going to continue on down the tail and do B2 on the end here. Okay, and the big tail. That's how it looks. Now let's move on to B7, which is going to fit right along there. Okay, that's kind of spiky and hurt my fingies. Anyways, B8 is our next bit. It's going to fit right along the butt here in this big gap. Looking good. Next is the fin on the back. B6. Yep, that's B6. Gonna fit right along this line. Okay, that's good. Last 2 bits. B3, our left arm. Okay. And then B5, our last bit. The right arm, going right there. Okie doke, he's all done. Put him on a base. Our first Abyssal Reaver is done. We're going to call this one Flotsam. Pretty simple. Hardest part was probably the tail, just because I've knocked it out of place a few times, because I was grabbing it, using it to hold on to the mini as I was adding other bits, and it wasn't quite cured. And so it slid out of place. That was my fault. I was a big dumb. So don't do that. That's my one piece of advice. Also, the pokey dorsal fins are pokey. And don't poke your finger. That's really it. Let's move on to the other one. Okay, our second Abyssal Reaver. We're going to start with the main body. Again, A4 in this case. Then I'll grab our lone bit on the other sprue, A7. And finish off the tail with A1 over here. And then we'll do the fins on the lower back, A6, do the dorsal fin on the back and head, A3, and then finish with left arm A5 and right arm A2. So let's grab A4 and A7. Alright, A4, turn them over, A7, gonna go right here. It looks like it's curling up on the model. Okay, cool. Now let's grab A1 and add it on the end. Looking good. Alright, A6, our butt piece, gonna go right in that hole. Alright, A3, our dorsal fin, gonna go right down this line. Alright, fit in nice and easy. Alright, home stretch. A5, gonna go right in there, left arm. Cool. And last A2, the right arm. Okay, she's all done. Put her on a base. Our second Abyssal Reaver is done. We're going to call this one Jetsam. The hardest part for her is the tail, just like the last one. Mostly just trying not to knock it out of place as you're assembling the rest of the model. All the other bits, pretty simple. Even the dorsal fin, albeit pretty small connection point, went in without much pain, just a little bit of pokiness. Overall, pretty simple box, especially for a nightmare. Not going to complain. Let's look at the whole thing. The Blood in the Water box is done, containing 2 Abyssal Reavers. Hardest part for this box was their darn tails, and that's not too difficult. Just being cautious once they're attached and not bending them out of place. That's all you really need to do. Everything else, quite simple. Maybe don't stab yourself with the dorsal fins. That's my other piece of advice, and that's really it. Enjoy your big fish people. But I have been your friend Doug the Scoundrels, helping you build better Malifaux. Have a good night.